Hey guys, hey besties, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, this is Naturally GlowRia, and to my OG Marathon subscribers, hello, and a big shout out to each and every one of you. Let's come back to watch my videos. So guys, strong and independent women are screwed, like they are furious, they are upset. Strong independent boss babe, especially black women, are furious, they are upset and angry. Reason being that they are not getting the kind of attention they want. They are not getting this attention from men. They think because they are strong and independent women, they have money, they are earning a lot of money, that men will be rushing them. But no, majority of modern men are getting their passport bros, they are going overseas, they are going for beautiful, humble, submissive wife. Majority of modern men are abandoning westernized women, black women, because of the level of entitlement in them. Anyway guys, make sure you watch the entire video to the end, because this is what we'll be talking about in today's video. Make sure you watch the video, make sure you leave your thoughts in the comment section, and I also be leaving my thoughts about this at the end of this video, and it's okay for you to disagree. So guys, let's dive straight into this video.
I've talked a lot about this before and people didn't like it too much, like men in particular, but I do think it is a lot harder to date as a woman high earner, and especially as a black woman high earner. And there's a couple of reasons why I think that is the case, but generally speaking, it is harder to date. And in my experience, one thing that I have noticed is that men, when they come into your sphere, especially if you're someone who's not necessarily withdrawn or or quiet per se, right? Like you have opinions and they don't like that, right? And some of them, they just want you to shut up and be quiet and just be behind them. And that's not me. But also others of them, they're just jealous. And obviously it's not like they're saying to you, oh, I'm jealous, but you can see that they're jealous because they'll make snide comments, or they'll be little things along those lines. Or some of them, I wouldn't attribute this one to jealousy, but just more so they want to be kept. They'll say you're the one with all the money, and sometimes jokingly we're just okay, but that's not a funny joke if I don't know you. So I will say for those reasons, it is a lot harder. But also another reason it's harder in general, I think, is because once you are making above a certain amount, you usually have a certain kind of lifestyle. And if you want to maintain that lifestyle, but also include your significant other in that lifestyle, they do have to be making within that range, right? I'm not saying that I will only date someone who makes more than me. That's absolutely not the case. But you do need to be probably making, low to mid six figures, somewhere 200 or higher, in order for us to have the lifestyle that I envision myself living. And mind you, I'm still working towards the lifestyle that I want to be living. But if I like to take vacations and I like to buy, diversify my investments and do all these different kinds of things, you need to be able to do that too, right? I'm not here just funding your lifestyle. We need to be able to do this together. And so naturally, you have to have some sort of cushion on your own before you come into my sphere, or before we can even really get along or be in the same tax bracket. But again, I wouldn't say he has to make more than me, but he does need to make close to it, or somewhere that would allow him to still be in that same area or same arena of what it is, of what my lifestyle is like and what I'm hoping it to be, right? Because the goal for me is at least to build generational wealth, and you can do that from a full-time job. I work full-time, but I also have significant side hustles, and yeah, it takes a lot of time, but to me it's worth it, right? Because I'm young, I have the time, I have the energy, and then later on in life, I'm just going to be able to chill and just live off of what the hard work that I've been putting in now. You had replied to this and also asked about splitting expenses and different things like that. I don't believe in, merging money or anything like that unless I am married, which I am not. And so I wasn't doing any of that. In terms of dating, I still do think a man, especially for the first few dates, needs to be paying for the dates. They need to be doing the courting, the courtship, all of that. To kind of sum up, because this is long, dating is a lot more difficult. Oh, you had also commented about where to meet them. I also made a video on this that some people didn't like, but in my experience, there's multiple ways to meet men who are high earners or whatever it is you want to call them. And one of the easiest and best ways is to change your environment, right? If you're only hanging around other high earners or only hanging around other professionals or entrepreneurs or people who are like-minded, that is going to become your circle of influence. That is going to become your norm. And so naturally you are going to meet those kinds of people. Like, for example, I was just at a conference and it was all attorneys. It was all big law attorneys. It was all in-house counsel, right? And I was just there and they're just around me, right? So that's an example. The weekend before, I was at the Black Wealth Summit, like the same thing, right? So being very intentional about the spheres that you're putting out, putting around yourself, your environment, who you're hanging around, who you're talking to, go to conferences, go to events, like do those different types of things where you're going to be in the space to meet those kinds of people. And if you're living somewhere that doesn't allow you to be in that kind of space, then you got to figure out a way to get up and get out and go put yourself in that kind of space or make some friends genuinely, because nobody wants like the fake stuff, to be able to cultivate that kind of experience for yourself. And that's what I found most helpful.
And if you're a young woman watching this video and you have this type of mentality, your mentality is the same with these women in today's video, please, I advise, find someone on your level. It's funny, but at the same time, somehow. One thing ladies fail to understand is that their degrees don't make them great girlfriend. Their degrees, their money don't make them great wives. Like, I just want to ask you, young women in today's video, young woman watching this video right now, how many times have you been with guys and when a woman walk by, someone says, I wonder what type of degree she has a lot of money, she's rich? No way. Their chances are very, very low. And in case you don't know, young ladies, one thing you ladies fail to understand is that just like anyone else, high earner women may lose their job at any time. High earner women may lose their job, they may lose their money and everything, even their degree. High earner women may feel like they don't have to be a traditional woman at all, and this can be a serious problem for a man. So the men will just date a woman without a career instead of her. I know this is not just common with black women, but majority of black women have this mentality. That is why most men don't go for black women, especially black women with this mentality, because they will always be single, always roll with a woman who goes for who they are, who go for their heart, not caring so much about how much the guy makes. Ladies, when a man makes money, they make money to provide for the whole family, including you, the woman. Like, men don't want a woman who is chasing after career, money, this go-getter mentality. They want a woman who wants to be a mom and a wife, a traditional woman, of course. Before you bash me in the comment section, say stuff like men don't want their equal, blah 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 and all that. It's not that men don't want their equal. Men don't want to come home and still be in competition. Competition in the workplace is enough between co-worker and boss, employers and all that. They want to come home and rest, lay their head down. Dear six-figure earning ladies, stay single or share that high earning man, and that is if you can compete with other women than you. I just wish you well. Trust me, men don't care how much money a woman earns. Real men truly don't care. As long as people put money in front of a good relationship, they will never experience true love. They don't have a clue what true love really means. Women believe this is what majority of men are looking for, but this is just fallacy. Believe it or not, you are going to get exactly what you bargain for. Anyway guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you're a guy watching this video, will you ever get into a relationship with a woman, a high earning woman? Do you love a traditional woman? Do you love a woman who is submissive? Remember, the opinion shared in this video is just my thoughts and opinion, and it's totally okay for you to disagree. Do so respectfully in the comment section. Let me know your why, let me know your why not. Don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up, because definitely I know you guys enjoy watching this video. Please do all the needful so that YouTube algorithm will push this video.
I remember when I first started dating and my mom told me, Mara, listen, if a man cannot provide everything, and she pointed to the family room, the living room, the house pretty much, if he cannot provide what we have already given to you, please do not bring him in this house. Just stop him at the door because he's not coming inside. And I just kind of looked at her and I was like, yeah, whatever. Okay. We know how moms can be super dramatic. And I didn't really take heed to her words at the time. But this video pretty much is going to be about the importance of hypergamy and dating for class, okay, social class. If you feel like that's a crappy thing to do, this video is not for you. If it's going to trigger you, then please exit. All right, so those of you who care, I want to get into this. I remember my mom would go on these tangents, and you know how Haitian parents can be. If you don't know, well, let me tell you, the lectures can go on for hours, okay? And she was pretty much just telling me, if you do not date a man that is at your level, the level that we have brought you to in our community here, and what we've instilled in you, and the type of lifestyle we have given you, as hard as we have worked to come into this country, you're going to deal with men that are going to have a lot of insecurity issues. And boy, was she right. And for a lot of my early dating experience, I could not figure out why some of these men would kind of start switching it up when they would see my house, when we would do video chat, and let's say they saw something in the background, or like, you know, like you see like these finishings right here, like the curtains, or, you know, my parents are very bougie and very gaudy with how they've decorated this house that I live in, and it would just make these men switch up. Now, they had money, but all of a sudden, it's kind of like this coldness, this distance, you know, kind of making remarks about me being a princess, or how their parents thought I was some rich kid or whatever, or kind of shocked that I was as educated or as articulate as a Black woman. So I would just get this very ick type of feeling. And I was like, you know what? I get it now. It's not good enough for me just to have someone who's having money, but you need to come from a background where your families did take you on vacation when you were a kid. Like, for you, it might be different, right? Like, if you're dating at your level, maybe you can relate, right? Or maybe if you're going higher, maybe your parents all went on yachts. And like, now I understand like the reason why these rich people, they want to match up their kids with other rich kids, because it's just kind of like this level of like, you can't relate. I think if you are middle to upper class and you're educated, you can easily relate to the upper class, I think, depending on your versatility and your ability to be cultured. But it's really hard as a woman to just date a man that has money, but his class level is down here. I said what I said. I don't know. There's no politically correct way for me to say this. I mean, it is what it is. But if you were in that situation where you have come from comfort and your parents have worked hard, like so many Black immigrants, you need to consider where or how this man has grown up. Because his ability to impress you all of a sudden, when he realizes that you didn't come from some small apartment, you're going to find out if he's really about that life and wanting to marry you and commit to you, or if he's going to bounce. So I decided that I will only date men that have some type of generational comfort. I didn't say wealth, I said generational comfort. I think that this is the best plan for me personally. I want to kind of share this with you all. Also, those of you tuned into the masterclass I had tonight with Soft Wife Life, thank you so much. It was so much fun. I'm definitely thinking about doing another masterclass myself. It might be actually on this topic, seeing as though I work for very wealthy families when I nanny. And also just myself, like, that's a whole side tangent, but anyway, bye girls.
They say, for example, the higher you earn as a woman, the smaller your percentage of men to choose from is, because most women want a man that earns more than them. Yeah. But when you're top earning like that, what's the average of men that are earning in parallel to you? Okay. And then I feel like as you get older as a woman, your priorities might change. So are you then happy when you're the CEO of this company, but then you don't have a husband, you don't have no kids, you just have money? Yeah. Who to spend it with?
Here is the $1 million question. Does he really value you, or does he just value access to you? I'm going to tell you the 3 telling signs. The first telling sign is investment in you versus selfish intentions. A man that values access to you is hyper-focused on what you can do for him, the attention that you bring, the companionship that you bring, all the benefits that you bring to him without having to reciprocate that investment back. Now, a man that values you will invest time, emotions, and effort into trying to build a meaningful connection. I promise you, he is going to show interest in your well-being and happiness. Second sign is condition versus conditional. Someone who values you is going to be consistent. They're going to show up for you in the highs and lows. It's not when it's convenient for them. They will be present for you on a consistent basis. Now, a man that values access to you is only going to engage with you when it fits his desires and needs. It fits around his schedule. His involvement is going to fluctuate because, again, it's based on what he can gain. And the last telling sign is long-term versus short-term focus. Someone who values you for who you are is more likely to have a long-term perspective on the relationship because they're going to be focusing on building a future together. A man that just values access to you is going to have a short-term or opportunist outlook on the whole relationship. Because again, he prioritizes his immediate gains, what he can gain immediately versus the longevity of the relationship. And don't even get me started on the guy that loves to have access to you, not you yourself, but will choke over the idea of anybody else having access to you. Remember, the best way to drop a guy who does not value you is to deny access to him. Game over, sweetheart.
Rich men don't require women to be rich. I think financially stable women are finding an issue with getting a man that is financially stable because men will take a woman who isn't, but other quality they desire. Women's number one desire is money, and for me, I call it shallow selfishness from a materialistic mindset. Domestic women, black women to be specific, act as if they are the only women in the whole wide world. Like they think they are the only women in the whole wide world who have made significant advances educationally, professionally, and financially. In case you don't know, ladies, it's very common outside the US and Europe. It's common for women to be happily and successfully married to men who are far less educated and compensated than they are. The difference is this: highly educated and compensated women in countries outside the US and Europe still respect their husband and don't presume their degrees and paycheck make them better than their spouses. These women value cooperation with their partner ahead of competition. Apart from that, they also see having a family life as more important than having a lifestyle. And before you come to the comment section saying stuff like some men in this situation tend to be lazy, unmotivated, lack of passion, relying on the woman to run the household, guys, don't be that boyfriend or husband that is lazy or doesn't have passion. Trust me, you can still have a wife or girlfriend that makes more than you. Just make sure you are lifting weights, exercising, and taking care of yourself. Make sure you have hobbies of your own and don't let people disrespect you. I think this is less of a money issue than it is a personal self-esteem issue. And if you guys are living beneath your means, most times money doesn't necessarily becomes a problem. Trust me, for sure, majority of women are making more money these days compared to 20 to 30 years ago. But men, limiting yourself to partner who has to make less than you is going to significantly decrease your options. You are worth more in a relationship than just the paycheck. Be a badass in your own right and things will fall into place. Always learn to stand up for yourself, learn to be secure in who you are, and remember, you allow people to treat you the way they do. If you are so secure in yourself, you can vet your partner. Don't be afraid to walk away. She's not and should never be the center of your world, because a man that's so insecure that he feels threatened by how much a woman make is a huge turn off. It's a huge red flag. And if the woman is letting her success go to her head and treat people around her as lesser than, that's separate issue. Total red flag. Both situations are problems stemming from poor character, poor background. Their paycheck isn't the issue, it simply brings it to the light. I hope this helped. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video, and if you do, which I know definitely you guys enjoy watching, please don't click out without hitting that like button, without liking this video. Yeah, I mean it. Go ahead and click on that like button, and don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section. Trust me guys, I really like to know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know your why not, why and why not. Will you ever be in a relationship with a high earner woman? Let me know your thought, let me know your opinion. It's okay, it's totally fine for you guys to disagree with me. All opinion shared in this video is just my opinion and thoughts. Your opinion is highly welcome in the comment section. Go down below the comment section, let's interact guys. In case you're just seeing my face or you're just coming across the channel for the first time, this is Naturally GlowRia YouTube channel. Yes, this is what I do on my channel. Feel free to join this beautiful growing family by clicking on that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification. In that way you get notified each time I do drop beautiful videos like this again. And one more thing guys, there's always exclusive content for members only. So go down below the description box to click on the link to join my membership. And until I come your way again on my next upload, for now, bye guys.